welcome. We are ready, and this is the part 2 of the morning session where we'll be covering the 110-meter hurdles. If you're just joining, welcome to Halftime TV. If you were here for the previous session, welcome back. Remember, like, share, subscribe. We have some big names lined up, and hopefully we won't be disappointed as we were in the 200 meters for women. Hopefully all these athletes are fit and ready to compete. So far, we haven't received any update saying anyone will be missing out due to injury or whatever reason. So we're assuming as of now that all the Jamaican hurdlers will be taken to the track. Remember, heat number 1 kicks off in just about 2 minutes. So we're not going to delay. We're not going to be dwelling. We're just running through. So in heat number 1, these are your competitors, and I'll be sharing my screen. Let me know if you can see it in the comment section. Let me know if you can see my screen. If you can see my screen, drop some fire emoji. Remember, the first 3 in each heat will progress through to the next round, and then the next 3 fastest times will advance. All others will have a chance to advance through the repechage rule. Heat number 1, and I believe we have 5 heats in this one. So yeah, so 5 heats. This is heat number 1. So Martin sends out of Chile. We have a John Cabang out of the Philippines. Eduardo Rodriguez out of Brazil runs out of lane number 4. Jacob Simansky out of lane number 5. Manuel Mardi out of Germany runs out of lane number 6. In lane number 7, we have Rafael Mohammed. And in lane number 8, we have Rashid Muratake out of Japan. That's funny. But we're over to the hurdles though, folks. Over to the hurdles. We're over to the hurdles. We don't have any Jamaican competing in this one. This is heat number 1. The Jamaicans will take to the track in heat number 2. I think it's heat number 2. Yeah, so Orlando Bennett, the first Jamaican, he runs in heat number 2. So heat number 1 on your screen now, as the athletes are on their marks. All up. Heat number 1, we don't have any of the regular culprits. What a start from the Japanese. Wow. Is that this? Yes. So the Japanese looks as if he's going to win it. In second place, we have Enrique. And in third place, looks as if it's a Brazilian. But brilliant run from Rashid Muratake out of Japan as he secures victory in this one. Quick out the blocks, I must say. Hurdles, not the cleanest, but powering down at just about 50, 60 meters, the hurdles began to get a little bit cleaner, and we can see their quick strides between the hurdles as he dips through to finish first. So heat number 1, is won by Rashid Murataki out of Japan. Enrique Lopez out of Spain in second, and Eduardo Rodriguez out of Brazil finishes third. So those are the results on your screen there from heat number 1. Let's make our way down to heat number 2. Jarian Lawson of the United States has had 2 jumps so far, none of them legal. He's now up for number 3. Powers down. Looks as if his foot is over the board again. But let's wait for confirmation. Well, this is a good one. This is a good one. His toes just, well, it's not illegal again. Illegal. His toes hanging over that mark there. Tajay Gale in 10th place with his 3rd jump now. Let's see if he can get it right this time around. You need to be jumping over 8 meters, people. You need to be jumping over 8. If you're not jumping over 8, you can't expect a medal. Tajay Gale would have known this. Still below 8, 7 point, probably 7 something this time around. I don't think that will do a lot for his placings. All right, 7.63 for Tajay Gale. So actually his worst jump of the morning. Japan looks smooth. Yep. Big shout out everyone. If you're just joining us, welcome to Halftime TV. This our second live stream of the morning, as we will now be covering the 110 meter hurdles. As soon as this is finished, we will break and then we will return for the semi-final for men a little bit later on today. In case you missed it, this morning we saw Sherika Jackson pull out of the 200 meters due to injury. We also saw Marie-Josée Tallou pull out because of that injury that she sustained yesterday in the 100 meters. Julian Alfred from St. Lucia, she won her heat and looks quite impressive. Gabby Thomas looks impressive as well. Flavor of Feely, they look as if they will be 3 of the main contenders for those medal places. But Dina Asher-Smith, she's there as well, so don't be surprised if she's a part of that conversation. Morning, Malachi. Morning. Good morning. I think this will be a bit of a shorter stream. I think it will be a bit of a shorter stream, especially since there are less heats in the hurdles. And yeah, I don't think we'll be doing anything beyond the hurdles. So heat number 2, Enzo Diesel, representing Austria, Freddie Crittenden, United States, David Yefremov out of Kazakhstan, Asia Martinez in lane 5 represents Spain, Michael Obasui out of Belgium in lane number 7. We have Orlando Bennett, the Jamaican, representing. We have in lane number 8 Amine Bounani out of Algeria, and in lane number 9 Francois Mendy from Senegal. So Freddie Crittenden, favorite for this one. He runs out of lane number 3. Henry Richard seems quite disappointed. Coaches and athletes must stop misleading the public. Agro Valley sharing thoughts there as well. I've never seen such lying barefaced from the officials as they have been displayed by Coach Francis. So we share our thoughts on that as well. We will share our thoughts on that. So look out for that video. We will definitely share our thoughts on that sequence of events. So we're up to heat number 2 of 5. Freddie Crittenden is the favorite in this one, but we expect the Jamaican Orlando Bennett to progress as well. Let's see what it has for us, because the hurdles is not about who's the fastest athlete, it's about who executes the race on the day. So literal hurdles in front of these men, and they will be looking to maneuver these hurdles to power through the finish line. So 110-meter hurdles, they're on their marks. Set. And they're off. Clean start. Crittenden looks as if he's injured himself. Orlando Bennett out of Jamaica pushing through, has some competition coming from the outside. Is it Pereira? So it's Francois Mendy coming in on the outside. Freddie Crittenden looks as if he's injured himself. So Francois Mendy with a season's best of 13.31, Orlando Bennett 13.35, and Michael Obasui out of Belgium with 13.41. That's your top 3 from heat number 2. So the American is out. Well, he'll get another chance to run. But it seems as if he felt something. As I said, the first 3, and let's refresh those who didn't see. So the first 3 will advance to the semifinal. Then we have the 3 fastest outside of those first 3, and then for all the other athletes, they will have a chance through the repechage round. So Freddie Crittenden not done just yet, unless he's injured, of course. But heat number 3, we have Milan Shakovic out of Cyprus, Daniel Roberts representing the United States, Rafael Pereira in lane number 4. We have Craig Thorne, lane number 5, Antoine Andrews, lane number 6, Zui Zhu out of China in lane number 7, Hansel Parchment in lane number 8, and Christoph Kilian out of Poland runs out of lane number 9. Hansel Parchment has his hands full with Daniel Roberts in this one, so keep an eye on those 2 folks. Let's jump over to the comment section and see what's brewing over there. As per usual, keep the conversation going. I must keep my core track and field values as an athlete and a fan. Namely, human achievement on the track is no less artistic than what is in the Louvre. Okay, people are complaining. What event you train 4 years for? We complain too much. case you're just joining us, Shericka Jackson pulled out of the 200 meters. She did not compete. Marie-Josée Tallou also did not compete in the 200 meters because of what was a more evident injury that she picked up yesterday in the 100 meter. Okay, so yeah, Tallou pulling out of the 100 meters, out of the 200 meters, I beg your pardon, because of an injury that she picked up in the 100 meters. Shericka Jackson. So we, quite frankly, right now it seems as if we won't see Shericka Jackson at these Olympic Games. But these athletes have big sponsors who need them to show up whether they are well or not. Only so much they can say before the event. So you have to see that these people did not confirm injuries. Okay. Okay, lucky for Freddie for repechage. Yep. And I think it kind of eases the pressure of a lot of these athletes. It eases the pressure because they know it's not one shot. And as repechage means, or as it translates to second chance. So they'll get a second chance to make it right. We've seen 2 or 3. We've seen 2 of 5 heats. We're now waiting for heat number 3. We've seen 2 of 5. We're now waiting for heat number 3. Good morning, Lady Israel. You're depressed about Shericka. I think all of us are. I think it's one of those things where we wake up excited and we can't wait to see Shericka in action, and then when we show up, no Shericka. So it is what it is. We hopefully will have success later today in the men's 100 meters, because I think a lot of folks had Shericka Jackson's gold medal as one that was sure in the 200 meters. Not to be. So none of Jamaica's 3 sprint queens, Shericka Jackson, Elaine Thompson-Herah, Shalane Fraser-Pryce, actually participating in medal contending races at these Olympics. So the mere fact that Elaine Thompson-Herah didn't even get to the Olympics, and now we have the 2 who went to the Olympics actually not competing. I don't know. They usually say bad luck worse than Obia. Salt. But Hanson Parchment running out the lane number 8 people. He's a Jamaican representative in this one. But as I mentioned a little bit earlier, he will have his hands full with the American Daniel Roberts. So almost 300 on the live stream. This is our second live stream for the morning. Remember, folks, smash the like button, subscribe to Halftime TV if you haven't yet done so. Let me take the time to quickly shout out the sponsors. Quicklink Shipping, telephone number 454-1979, and that's with area code 876. So Quicklink Shipping, 876-454-1979. Go ahead and check them out right now. All right, they're on their marks, folks. Hands Parchment, almost impossible to miss him. Bright yellow. They're on their marks. This is heat number 3 of 5 in the 110-meter hurdles. And they're off, as always, slow start from Hands of Parchment. Daniel Roberts looking impressive. Hands of Parchment now beginning to get into his strides. Close one very, very close. Very close. Hans Apartment may very well be going to the repechage round as well. But let's see, as the Chinese, Zhu, wins it. We're still waiting for confirmation because it was so close at the finish line. Maybe Hans Apartment was second. But to me, it's not clear. So Parchment running next to Zhu. I don't know. Photo finish, people. Photo finish. This one went all the way down to the line. Well, we now have confirmation. So Hans Parchment will be going to the repechage round. Those are the results on your screen. So we have Zui Zhu from China with 13.40 qualifying automatically. Antoine Andrews, Bahamas, 13.43 qualifies as well. Daniel Roberts, 13.43 is through. We have Cyprus Milan Trakovic in fourth with 13.43. Hans Parchment with 13.43 as well in fifth. So these athletes who don't make the top three, remember that the next three fastest times will be progressing, and then the rest will go to the repechage round. So far, Hans Parchment's 13.43 is enough to get him to the next round without the repechage rule. Without the repechage round, sorry. Because his time would have fallen in one of the fastest times outside of the top three. Cool? All right, so big run from China, where that came from. Feel disappointed, but we still have to. Yeah, true. China has improved. Henry Richard, don't worry, it's a work in process. It's a work in progress and it's a work in process. Okay. All right. We just saw semifinal or heat number 3 of round 1. Zhu out of China, Andrews out of the Bahamas, and Roberts make up your top 3. In heat number 4, the starters are Jungsi Liu out of China, Eli Bakari out of Belgium, Damien Cizier out of Poland, Tade Ojora out of Great Britain, Jason Joseph out of Switzerland, Ndele Simonelli out of Italy, Willem Belochan or Belochan out of France, and Shunsuke Izumiya out of Japan in lane number 9. So we don't have a Jamaican in this one, but in heat number 5, which is the final heat, we will have Rashid Broadwell running next to Grant Holloway. I look surprised, medals makeup. So we're looking for some surprise medals to make up for the mishaps. All right. Let's see how that one plays out. Jacob Dukes is this 7.96 meters is in third place. So Great Britain in third place there in the long jump. In first place, we still have the Greek with 8.32. Simonelli will be Olympic champion. Watch and see. All right, we'll see. We're here watching. We're here watching, so I'm sure we'll see. We're over to heat number 4 now. Heat number 4, folks, for the 110-meter hurdles. Heat number 4 of 5. Heat number 4 of 5. Jungsi Lu, Bakari, Cizier, Ojora, Joseph, Simonelli, Velocian, and Izumiya are your starters. The first 3, then the next 3 fastest times, and then for those who don't make it in either of those, they will have to compete via the repechage round. So the camera is going across right now and making the necessary introductions. Simonelli, age 22. Age 22 seems to be one of the favorites here, as the cameras have been fixed on him since he was in the waiting room. So Simonelli with a season's best of 13.05 seconds. He can go fast, and a personal best of 13.05. So quite frankly, he's registered his season's best as a personal best as well. So having the season of his life, young Simonelli will be looking to come out victorious in this heat number 4. Shunsuke Izumiya, lane number 9. The athletes are ready to go, folks. Athletes ready to go. Simonelli out of Italy. Favorite in this one. 22 years of age. Will he arrive on the big scene here? They're on their marks. Set. And they're off. Clean start. A little bit tricky maneuvering those first couple of hurdles. Simonelli getting into his strides now as we approach 60 meters. Woo! Close finish. Izumiya looks as if he finishes 3rd. Simonelli looks to be 2nd. So Jason Joseph running out of those middle lane, powering through for first place. Immense run from him. So Ojora with 13.35, season's best, finishes 4th. Izumiya finishes 3rd with 13.27. Simonelli finishes 2nd, 13.27. And Jason Joseph, who was running out of the middle lane, wins this one with 13.26. Hurdles have been super tight this morning, folks. Photo finish there. Photo finish as 2nd and 3rd had to be decided by milliseconds. So what that means is 13.35 from Ojora. As of now, Ojora and Hansa Parchment, they have the fastest times outside the top 3. So let's see what the final heat has in store for us. But once more, Jason Joseph out of Switzerland finishes first in heat number 4 with 13.26 seconds running out of the middle lane. We have Lorenzo Simonelli, the young Italian, 13.27, finishing second, and Shunsuke Izumiya finishing third with 13.27 as well. Ted Ojora out of Great Britain, 13.35, as of now, will make it through to the semi-final round as one of the fastest times outside of the top 3. So if you pay attention to that bracket next to Hansa Parchment's name, that may very well explain why he's 5th. So you have 4 persons finishing with 12:43 in Hansa Parchment's race. 4 persons finishing with 12:43. But pay attention to that bracket to the right of his name, and then you will see. Okay, so that's the milliseconds that we're breaking it down into, and that's what we're talking about. So I wouldn't worry too much about it. As I said, the next 3 fastest times, which will be so far Trakovic, Hansa Parchment, and Ojora, they will advance to the next round. Even if they don't advance via having the fastest time, then we still have the repechage round. So Ojora with 13.35, along with all those 13.43s that we saw in Hansa Parchment's race. As of now, those 3 are going to the semi-final round. So now the final heat for the 110-meter hurdles. The starters: Taleb Willis out of Australia, Weiwo Qin out of China, Elmo Laka out of Finland. We have Shunya Takamaya out of Japan, Grant Holloway out of the United States, Jacob Alioya out of Kuwait, and Rashid Broadbell represents Jamaica. Last but not least, we have Sasha Zoya out of France running out to lane number 9. So the final heat of the morning, the final 110-meter heat of the morning. Your starters on your screen. The athletes are in their blocks as the cameras make their way across. We have Willis out of Australia, Qin out of China, Laka out of Finland. So Elmo Laka out of Finland, Takamaya out of Japan. The Japanese have been doing well in the hurdles, I must say. Next to Takamaya, we have Grant Holloway, the American showman. He runs out of lane number 6. Always a treat to watch Grant Holloway. Ayola runs out of lane number 7. Lane number 8, we have Rashid Broadbell, the Jamaican national champion. Zoya out of France, getting the locals in their voices. Let's see, he runs out of lane number 9. So Sasha Zoya, 22 years old, he runs out of lane number 9, representing the home crowd there. So the athletes are in their blocks and they're ready to go. This is our final of 5 heats in the 110-meter hurdles for this our morning session. So let's see what they have in store for us. Cameras fixed on Zoya naturally, but Grant Holloway is a favorite, no doubt. Rashid Broadbell, he will have something to say about that. But let's see. Takamaya also. For the athletes who don't progress automatically, they won't be worried because they still have a second chance. They still have a second chance via the repechage rule. So, are you ready? The athletes sure are. And they are on their marks. Camera zoomed in on Grant Holloway as he positions himself in the starting position. On their marks, Takamaya, next Grant Holloway. He will not be intimidated. Seasoned campaigner. And they're off. Clean start. Rashid Broadbell a little bit on the slower side. Grant Holloway looks to take control of this race straight out the block. 60 meters. Grant Holloway demolishing the rest of the field. Rashid Broadbell nowhere to be found. Close finish for second, third, and fourth. But Grant Holloway leaps and bounds ahead of the rest with 13.01. He wins it in style. And as I said, he is a showman. Rashid Broadbell trying to figure out what went wrong in that race. Is he second place? He looks on because he would not want to be competing again. But Sasha Zoya out of France is in automatically. Rashid Broadbell in as well. 12.43 for Sasha Zoya. What that means is because the fourth place, Takayama out of Japan, finishes with 12.43, it means Hansa Parchment progresses as one of the fastest outside of the top three. We have Grant Holloway qualifying. We have Rashid Broadbell qualifying automatically, and Sasha Zoya qualifying automatically. The others will go to the repechage round. So Broadbell qualifying automatically with 12.42. Grant Holloway 13.01. The man to beat. Jason Joseph, Lorenzo Simonelli, and Shinsuke Izumiya automatic qualifiers from heat number 4. All the others, they will go to the repechage round. Hunter Parchment, as a result of that information that we just got, or the results that we just got from that final race, he will progress as an automatic qualifier as well. So Hunter Parchment will progress as an automatic qualifier. You can see it next to his name right here. Let me know if you can see my screen. I think it should be, yep. So he will progress as an automatic qualifier. You can see that small Q next to his name. What that means is saves himself an additional race. All the others, they have RE next to their names because that is the repechage round. All right? Yes. So that's what's good. The ladies are coming out now for the, I think it's a 400-meter hurdles. You really plan to cover that? Let's see. All right, so we have the 400-meter hurdles for women. Let's see how much heats we have. 4, 5. All right, so we'll leave it at that for this morning. I won't be covering the 400-meter hurdles. We're a little bit exhausted. So we'll take a break and we will be back for the 100-meter semifinal a little bit later on today. All right, we got very excited this morning. All right, so we'll take a break now and we will be back for the 100-meter. We will be back for the 100 meters semifinal. But for those who are interested, we still have the 400-meter. We still have the 400-meter hurdles, the first round to happen in a couple of minutes. I think it kicks off at 6:35. So you can lock in and you can watch that. Sydney McLaughlin, they saved her for last, so you can. She's always a good time. She always good to watch. She runs in heat number 5. So again, guys, we'll leave it at that. This is it for us for this morning. We'll leave you be, and we will be back for the 100 meters semi-final and final later on today. All right, so take care. Enjoy what's left of your day. If I don't see you again today, enjoy what's left of your Sunday. And we will talk soon. Take care, Halftime TV family. Peace out.